Yeah. Yep. Can
All
hear you
right.
guys.
Perfect. Do you want to just put your questions in the chat and we'll go with Charlie. Graham, go ahead.
Hey, Charlie, just wondering if you could share your story a little bit about how you wound up at Michigan State and why you picked this program to finish your collegiate career.
Yeah. Just kind of with everything with COVID, I got time to really reflect on, kind of my progress and everything during my college hockey. And, I just thought it would be better to, get into the portal and try to find a better fit for me for my last year. And, just the constant communication and, kind of just the easy connection between me and the coaching staff was definitely, comforting, and, it felt like the right fit. And, it was just pretty easy.
Can you speak to Dan mentioned your brother and being a guy who is played professionally and all that, your relationship with him and how that has affected your mindset, be it professionalism, be it whatever it takes to prepare yourself. Can you speak to your relationship with your brother and a little bit of how that's impacted your hockey life?
Yeah, definitely. My brother's, he's been all over the place. He's played a bunch of games in the A. He's, been all over the East Coast and then overseas. He's made a good career, and, he's someone that I really look up to, and, I kind of want to follow in his footsteps. So it's been easy and fun to, follow him and, just pick his mind, pick his brain, ask him for tips. And, we're constantly in communication about, how we're doing and what we need to work on. And, over summer, it's us pushing each other. We work out together and we skate together. So, it's just constant battle and, trying to push each other to be the best that we can be. And, it's truly awesome. I couldn't have asked for anything better.
How much older than you is he?
He's an 88. So
okay.
I don't know, about 6 years.
So when did you stop becoming like an adoring little brother and when does it start becoming like a work relationship versus kind of following your big brother around?
Yeah. It's a good question. Probably, probably around high school, maybe a little after, and going into juniors, we kind of, started that constant, talking to each other and, picking his brain more about, hockey, juniors, kind of like the professional, kind of like just higher than, the high school AAA level, I would say around then.
Did he always treat you well? Do you have very early memories of him picking on you or adoring him or whatever it was?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I would never say picking, but I remember when I was a kid, like I'd be going to the rink to watch him play and I'd be running around the rink, but I was there to watch him. So yeah, I remember all that stuff. But obviously I was pretty young. He moved away. So he moved away when he was around 13 to come play here in Honey Baked, actually.
Okay.
And, he left home, pretty early, but I remember anytime I was in Michigan or somewhere, I would drive to see him play in the OHL. And, I always got to watch him play here and there. Yeah.
Neil.
Yeah, Charlie, what do you determine is the reason for your success and being in sync with Nodler and Lewandowski on a line that really has proven that you can score, create offense, and have success?
Yeah. I just think those are two great hockey players and they're very easy to play with. And I think it was an easy connection just because, just the way we all play and think the game and, just how hard we work. And, like I said, I just think it was an easy kind of like click for us, and excited to keep it going.
One more thing, when you moved here, what's the biggest adjustment you've had to make from coming from a small school in northern Minnesota to obviously a big Big Ten school in a big city?
Yeah. I don't think there's too much that I had to really adjust. I'm from a bigger town in St. Louis, so I was kind of used to it there. I think it was more adjusting to the smaller town from the big town, but yeah, I don't think it was too hard. I think it was a very easy fit. I think the guys welcomed me very, very nicely and easily. So yeah, it was very smooth and easy.
Thanks, Charlie.
Yeah.
Scott.
Yeah, Neil took my question, so I'm good. I was going to ask about play with Louie and Nods. So,
Audrey.
Charlie, what part of St. Louis are you from?
I'm from around. It's like probably like 10 minutes from the city. It's called Ladue. I'm from there, but I just moved out to a little farther in like the Chesterfield area.
Okay. Well, I know exactly where that's at. But did you play for the AAA Blues?
I did for a good bit, and then I didn't make the team my 2 Bantam years, and I played for the Afton American for one, and I played for a team in Iowa, a AAA team called the MPI Leafs for a year.
Do you recall what years for the AAA Blues?
No, I was with the 96 birth year, so I was with like Al McInnes, if that helps.
Well, how did playing in that organization and just growing around up in the city where hockey is just such a huge deal there? I mean, is that where your love started for it, or how did you come to love the game of hockey, or just being from a city that, has had so many players over the years, turn pro?
Yeah. I would have to say I got into the game because of my family. My brother, he's obviously a big impact on that, but yeah, I think it's just you got to thank the people that are coming back, and like Al McInnes, Jeff Brown, Keith Kachuk, Andy McDonald's back now coaching his kid, and it's just all those guys that are they're making a career, and then they're coming back to just help our community grow the game and more, and it's it's just awesome. So we being with Al, he was one of the first to do it, and so I was kind of like the top of it, and it's just awesome to see just the 97s, the 98s. Those guys had 5 guys in the first round get drafted, and that was just such a cool thing to see.
Do you remember like a certain something about Al that stood out that you try to that has stood with you that you try to have in your game? Or
well, he was a defenseman, but I just think his work ethic and his intensity is something that really I caught on to. He was just very intense, and even when we were so young, he would push us so hard, and that's something that I've always I've always loved about it, and I'm cherished about being on his team.
Thank you.